going on, people? It's the Ps4 and today, well, before I start off this video, I do want to shout out my We Game Here brothers. A bunch of really cool people in this group. We have our own website up. I have my own page on the website, which I do put in the comments of pretty much every video I make. But not only that, people in this group like Anchorman V, Rise and Grind, Darian is King. We have so many people in this group. And of course, you know, shout out to my boy King Dre and Mr. T-Tech, the quote-unquote CEOs of this group. Definitely check out the website. I'm going to put the website in the description below, the general website. Go in and check out these guys. Check out the content. You can see our tweets in there. You can see our Twitch streams. You can see our YouTube videos. We put everything under our We Game Here umbrella. Now, with that being said, the reason why I made this video today. Now, for people who follow me, you know that I do a lot of research on DirectX 12. Alright? But what you guys don't know is I also do research on the OpenGL, which is the API that the Ps4 uses. Now, I know you guys saw the title, and there's a reason why I believe Sony and Ps4 won't have anything comparable with the X1 with DirectX 12. Now, for guys who don't know, OpenGL is working on a quote-unquote next-gen API. The downside to this, though, is they've started this last summer. Now, DirectX 12 was years in the making. It took years to complete this. Now, OpenGL is open source, so they can kind of make the structure of it and then let, you know, developers come in and code what they feel is necessary, you know, for this open source next-gen API. Now, the reason why I say this is not comparable to the X1 with DirectX 12 is because PlayStation 4 already has their hardware set. Alright? So they have their hardware set, and now an API is being, you know, made that they could use in the future. With DirectX 12 and the X1 was built around DirectX 12. The hardware in it is there to utilize the features of DirectX 12. You have the embedded static RAM, or SRAM. Some people call it ESRAM. It's really high-speed memory. I mean, it blows the doors off of GDDR5. And what they could do with that is put in the tiled resources where they can add 6 gigabytes of, at least 6 gigabytes. They haven't improved tiled resources with DirectX 12. I don't know if you'll be able to fit more, but at least 6 gigabytes of textures and shadows can be put into this thing, and only use 32 megabytes of space. And that's exactly what the ESRAM is that is in the X1. Not only that, they have the move engines, and I believe the move engines are there to move commands that the game already knows what to do. Move those commands directly to the GPU so it could process those graphics. I believe that's what the move engines are for. And you know, the hardware architecture inside the X1 is made to utilize the features of DirectX 12. Whereas Sony already has their hardware, so the API has to kind of wrap around the hardware that's already done. That's why I'm saying it's not comparable. I'm not saying that the Ps4 is not a powerful system. It is powerful in its own way. Whereas the X1 is also powerful in its own way. The X1 was made for balance and efficiency. Now, when you use balance and efficiency, and you drop down the CPU overhead, you can actually write more into the game now. Alright? And that's what they were going with the X1. And I think it is going to be a game changer, but I also think it's going to take time for developers to learn how to use you know, having the multiple CPU cores talk to the GPU at once and stuff like that. It's going to take a little time for them to get used to this new way of, you know, coding a game for the X1. So I don't think right off the bat, everything's going to be incredibly blown, dramatic, big time. Oh my goodness, look at these games. But I do believe over time that DirectX 12 will be the API that most developers want to develop on. It's going to be the one that has the most capability, and that's just pretty much with the research I've done and the info I've seen so far. But yeah, so that's why I'm pretty much saying that the PS4, even with a new quote-unquote next-gen API, it's still not going to be comparable to DirectX 12 with the X1, and that is because the X1's hardware is built around utilizing the features of DirectX 12. I also think the X1 is built around AMD's newer chip technology in terms of CPUs and GPUs, and I want to see when all the NDAs are lifted. I really want to see what AMD had planned for these things, because on the surface they look kind of ordinary, but there was a lot of R&D put into this thing, and I want to see exactly what they're doing with these chipsets. But this is my video for now. As usual, definitely hit that thumbs up button for me if you liked the video. Subscribe as always, and comment. I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys do research into these APIs, into this hardware? Do you see what I'm seeing right now? Because what I'm seeing looks pretty good for the X1. But as for now, this is the Ps4, and I am definitely signing off.
Nerdy, I'm just too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Can't you see I'm white and nerdy? Look at me, I'm white and nerdy.